Second is the Projects section, where you can upload the ongoing or recent projects that you want to showcase to the rest of the Buildeee community. Make sure to fill up all the required fields. All the information that you shared with us is safe and secure. For more info on how we handle your personal data, you may check our terms and conditions about data privacy. How to fill up personal information section. Provide your first name and last name. Gender and birthday are also required. You also need to provide your active email ID, phone number, and complete address. To make your profile stand out, please provide a short background of your career history, accomplishments, and credentials. You may also link your existing website if available. You also need to identify your current job title. You may share an estimated job cost range to let your profile visitor aware of the working budget that you are willing to work with. And lastly, be specific on your professional services and expertise. Then, click Next Step. The next step is your project section. Here at Buildeee, we wanted each profile to stand out. That's why adding projects is a must.
Okay.
To add projects to your profile, simply click Add Project. Provide a project title. Project description is optional, but we encourage you to provide a short description such as the cost of the project, features, and other specifications that can be useful for your profile visitors. You may also provide the location of the project to make it easy for your profile visitors to validate your works. Set project visibility to public. Then add some good quality images of the project by dragging an image inside the box or by clicking the box to open your file manager and the location of your preferred images. After providing all the required information, click Add Project. After completing all the information on the two-section profile creation, you may now click Submit. Your profile will be reviewed and you will receive an email notification once your profile has been approved by our team. What are you waiting for? Join as pro now. How to sign up with Buildeee. Open a browser and go to buildee.com. To join as a member, click the Sign Up button on the header menu. You can choose to sign up with your Facebook account or Google account.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again to ProsTalk. This is Buildee's social advocacy to educate the public and all the Filipino people in how to professionalize and how to select the right professionals when they have building projects. So magandang hapon po ulit. Thank you for tuning in today. Before we start, for those who are just tuning in today, we just wanted to tell you what Buildeee po is all about, no? Buildeee po is a technology-enabled platform solution for home builders, architects, interior designers, construction companies, suppliers, contractors. Ang Buildeee po nagpo-provide ng online ecosystem, okay? Where the customers and the providers can avail of their trusted services, okay? Within a safe environment to transact. Yun po ang Buildeee. And ang ProsTalk po is a non-paid broadcast for where we feature engineers, architects, professionals, lawyers who are involved in modernizing the construction industry in the Philippines. So having said that, for the last couple of weeks, for the month of March, ang topic po natin ay solar panels. And today, to help us through some of the more technical aspects of solar panels, we have our guest engineer. Hi, Engineer Richard De Jesus. Good afternoon.
Hello guys, I'm back.
Hello. So engineer, again, thank you po again for being with us today in Buildeee. We're very excited to have you because you make the very challenging and difficult terms understandable to the general public. So, sir, without much ado,
Yes.
ano po ba ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon? No? I understand we're going to talk about energy conservation, renewable energy solutions, and environmental laws. Wow, that's a mouthful. So, para ma-simplify, I'll turn it over to you, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Buildees. Today, this afternoon, we will discuss about what are the effective ways to set up your solar panels, and also what is the best choices for your solar panels.
All right.
Back to you, ma'am.
So, sir, paano po ba,
Yes, ma'am.
ano po ba yung unang mga environmental laws? Yung mga some basic things. Oh, sir, I kind of lost you. Okay. Parang may difficulty si Engineer Richard sa kanyang screen. I lost him.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Pero boss, nawala po ang inyong video.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, I can hear you. Pero hindi ko po kayo makita, sir.
I'm back.
Yeah, there
Hello.
you are. There you are. So, sir, why don't you walk us through some of these environmental laws and energy conservation ideas, or in renewable energy solutions? Can you just walk us through that, sir?
The first law that you have to check for the laws regarding renewable energy is the Renewable Energy Act of 2008. It is covered under Republic Act number 9513. That's Republic Act 9513. So, dyan po natin makikita yung mga rules and regulation pertaining to how to install solar panels.
Right.
So, this was signed, the Republic Act was signed 2008. Medyo matagal na. So, ngayon lang natin i-execute.
Oh, wow. Pero yung mga laws po ba na yan, relevant pa po ba given all the situation that we are in right now?
Eventually, yes. Kasama pa siya. It is still in our time to engage in solar panel installation.
All right. So, sir, when it comes to that po, no, ano po ba, what does the research tell us about efficient po ba to? Talaga bang nakakapag-save tayo with the solar panel? Or ang benefit lang po ba talaga nito ay just pure environmental?
Of course, it will help us. It is a big advantage to our mother nature to reduce our carbon emission and carbon footprints. Also, it will help us to generate electricity on our own para mabawasan po yung kuryente nating binabayad sa mga electric companies.
Alright. So, ibig sabihin po, Engineer Richard, having solar panels is not just an investment in the environment. Personally also, as a homeowner or as a business owner, merong benefit, merong financial benefit sa pagkakaroon ng solar panel.
Yes po, ma'am. Eventually, there are big help for energy conservation regarding the installation of the solar panel. But for that, we have to check the studies on how to install solar panels first.
All right, sige sir. Let me turn it over to you, sir. Walk us through.
Okay, first thing you have to know about solar panel, you have to first study what are the trends in solar panels, what is the latest innovation in solar panels, because this investment is quite big enough for us to invest. So second of all, you have to do your research. You have to check your neighbors or nearby installation na first set up na ng solar panel and ask them what is the status of their solar panel installation. Then also you have to check whether or not it is logical for you for this setup para maka-benefit po tayo ng malaki.
Right.
Po,
and for the viewers, you are not seeing Engineer Richard because you're seeing on your screen the solar panels, how it looks like and how it is typically laid out. Okay? So, para po sa mga nanunood, we encourage you that if you're interested in solar panels, you can reach out to Buildeee.com. We have a lot of suppliers. We have a lot of trusted solar panel integrators and experts like Engineer Richard, who can actually help you, okay, choose the right solar panel and how many solar panels you will need for your individual projects. Hindi po yan pare-pareho. So, Engineer, ano po ba ang next thing na pwede nating ma-share sa ating audience when it comes to installing, properly installing the solar panels?
First things first, you have to communicate with the technical guys para mabigyan po kayo ng tamang computation and parameters. So, the four basic step is education, energy conservation. First, energy conservation, ilimit muna natin kung ano yung mga nasasayang na kuryente sa bahay natin. This is usable even if you don't install solar panel, at least makakatipid na tayo instantly kung ano yung pwede nating isave na mga kuryente. Second of all, yung research, there are ways to be efficient, not only by installing solar panel, but there are other ways that we can be efficient in using our kuryente. Third of all is what I've said a while ago, is to have a survey and ask our neighbors na nakapag-install na if it's applicable sa ating area. You have also to consult your electric cooperative if this is already being given in your area, yung net metering.
Okay.
And the fourth and the last one is the communication with the technical consultants. Kasi malaking investment, ma'am.
Right. So engineer, having said that,
Yes, ma'am.
how do you what would be your recommended, so yun yung mga steps, no? So let's say na firm up na yung amount. If they are interested to proceed and they feel that the solar panel will actually help them with the savings, no, na ine-expect nila. Meron po ba kayong marirecommend aside from going to Buildeee for the suppliers, or meron pa bang ibang steps na kailangan nila? May permit po bang dapat i-secure?
Okay. First things first, bago tayo gumawa ng solar panels natin or solar PV system, you have to have a checklist first. First thing to do is you have to check your foundation. Yung foundation po, yan yung pinaka-support ng ating bahay. So, i-install po natin yung mga solar panels, magkakaroon po yan ng bigat o ng load. Kumbaga, kung ikaw ay normal na tao na naglalakad at papatungan ka ng isang sakong bigas, kaya mo bang buhatin to or hindi? Yun yung una nating titingnan. Pwede tayo mag-consult sa structural engineer or sa pinaka-basic mga karpentero to analyze kung kaya bang isupport yung load ng solar panel na ipapatong natin sa ating bubong.
Okay.
Okay ba, ma'am?
Yes.
Secondly, you have to check your solar orientation. This is the second most important thing. Kasi po, yung solar orientation, yung solar panel, kailangan po yan nakatapat sa east or west.
Okay.
Perpendicular to east or west to make the full benefit of the sunlight, everyday sunlight. Ngayon, kung itatapat nyo yung solar panel nyo sa east, pagdating sa hapon, hindi na po natin matatamaan ng sikat ng araw yon, sayang yung investment natin.
Okay.
So titingnan po muna natin si bubong natin kung saan nakaharap, baka maling direction, wag na po tayong maglagay ng solar.
Right. Okay. So, engineer, let me just recap on that. I think that's very, very important. So, for people who are watching us right now, it's not enough po na may malaki kayong space. Okay?
Correct, ma'am.
Yeah, the solar orientation, and I'm learning right now. Solar orientation is very, very important because that will allow your solar panel to absorb the solar energy from the sun. So pag hindi po tama ang inyong solar orientation, kahit po napakaganda at napakamahal ng investment yung sa mga panels, wala rin po silang makukuhang energy from the sun. So this is very, actually this is good to be reminded of. We kind of all thought, yes, solar panel, of course, you need the sun to power it. But I think that's a good reminder for everybody, no? Yung orientation po ng panel needs to be installed such a way that mas marami, mas matagal. Tama po ba, engineer?
Correct, ma'am. Ma'am, may I remind you also,
yes.
When pertaining to yung north, south, east, west natin, meron po tayong dalawang north, south, east, west na tinatawag. Isa yung tinatawag nating magnetic orientation. Yun yung gumagamit tayo ng compass.
Yes.
So, magnetic from the north, tumatama yung north sa north, yung north pin to the north. Pero pag sa solar po, ang ginagamit natin ay solar orientation. Yung anino po ng araw ang ating titingnan.
Anino ng araw. All right.
Yes. That's the solar orientation. Pwede po tayong magkaroon ng error sa pagdating sa magnetic orientation at solar orientation at hindi natin makukuha or ma-achieve ang full benefit ng solar panels natin.
Alright, perfect. So, engineer, meron lang po tayong phone-in question, no? So, again, this is what ProsTalk is all about. So, if I just may put this in, no? Ang question po ng audience ay ganito. When I inquire about solar panel services, net metering in a separate transaction, how much to apply po for net metering? And can anyone just apply for net metering, engineer?
Ma'am, net metering is only applicable in areas na meron pong net metering scheme or program. So before you can go to solar net metering, dapat tayong pumunta sa ating electric cooperative supplier or sa Manila po kay Meralco para ma-explain sa atin kung paano gumagana ang net metering.
Alright.
And
So,
also the cost.
okay, so to recap that, sir, kung sino man po yung nagtanong nito, pwede po, no? So anyone and anybody can actually apply. But before you
Correct.
apply, you need to have that conversation with your local electric provider.
Supplier, yes po.
Depende po yan sa location. So for those that are in Metro Manila, like me, an engineer, we have to go to Meralco. If you're in a separate, if you're in a different part of the Philippines, you need po to consult kung sino yung inyong electrical provider. Kasi
Yes.
hindi po pare-pareho ang cost, depende po sa location. Tama po ba, engineer?
Correct. Tama po. May idadaglag lang ako, ma'am, doon sa second question na po. Regarding sa mga permits, yes, you have to go to your local office of the building official and apply for your electrical permit. So, requirements din po ni Meralco ito na dapat mag-submit tayo ng Certificate of Final Electrical Inspection.
Final electrical inspection. So yan po. Friends, ito naman po ang marirecommend ko sa inyo just in case meron po kayong mga na-miss na part na hindi nyo na isulat if you're taking notes. Buildeee po, this ProsTalk is actually saved and stored in our Facebook Facebook site. So it's also stored in BuildeeeTV.com on YouTube just in case gusto nyo i-rewind and i-capture yung information that's shared by our guest. So, thank you for that question. No? Engineer, balikan ko lang po. No? You talked about i-check yung foundation.
Correct.
Check
First of all, foundation, solar orientation. The third is the load efficiency.
Alright. Paki-explain lang po, sir, ang load efficiency.
Yung load efficiency, as of now, kailangan nyo ipacheck yung bahay nyo kung efficient ba kayo. Baka mas marami yung inyong nasasayang na kuryente kesa sa inyong nabe-benefit na kuryente.
Okay. Bigyan niyo po kami ng scenario. Paano po malalaman ng isang homeowner na katulad ko if meron akong sinasayang na gamit ng kuryente?
Okay. Basic na ginagawa namin is pinapatay namin yung main circuit breaker or yung main cut-off nyo and titingnan namin kung gumagalaw pa yung inyong electric meter.
Okay.
Pag gumagalaw pa yung electric meter, imbis sabihin nun, meron kayong load na gumagana kahit na naka-shutdown na yung kuryente. Second of all, titingnan namin kung match yung output na kuryente nyo at sa load na ginagamit nyo.
That's very interesting. I don't know that I've done that. So maybe I should do that. I did not know that. So for those people who are watching today, and this is what I love about ProsTalk, right? As I do these interviews, I actually learn from our guests. So,
ma'am, we call that energy management. There's the term there for energy management.
Energy management. So you need to switch off your main breaker and take a look if there's still movement. Tama ba? Movement po ba?
Yes, pero yes, that's the basic for our common people. Pero we electricians and engineers, we do it systematically. Meron po kami mga equipments para mag-test po niyan.
Right. So engineer, kung gusto halimbawa ng isang household no na magpa-check, may estimate cost po ba sa pagpapa-check?
Yes, ma'am. Normally, it will range around 10,000 to 30,000 pesos depending on how big and how many breakers you have in your area. But for typical residential, mga nasa 10 to 15.
Okay. Alright. So, ayan, friends, no? So, kung kayo ay concerned at bago kayo mag-install ng solar panel para makita nyo kung talagang efficient and effective yon para sa pangangailangan ninyo, especially now na magsa-summer na, you need to consult a certified engineer Okay? Para po hindi masayang ang inyong investment. But again, marami pong benefits ang solar panel, pero hindi po dahil marami siyang benefits, pwedeng basta bumili lang kayo ng solar panel at mag-install. It is still highly recommendable na magpunta muna po kayo sa mga eksperto para ma-check po yung inyong facility sa bahay or kung saan man nyo gusto i-install. So if it's in the house, you need to have your house checked para sa describe ni engineer na ano nga ulit tawag doon, sir?
Foundation, solar orientation, and load efficiency.
Alright. I think meron pa po tayong huli at last, no, before we conclude today's episode of ProsTalk, sir. Ano pa po ba yung last na dapat gawin ng mga nag-iisip na mag-install ng solar panel?
The fourth one is your technical specifications.
Okay.
So parang bibili po tayo ng kotse na chop-chop, titingnan natin kung magma-match-match ba yung makina, transmission, kung mag-a-assemble tayo. So better kung bibili tayo, one set na, yung buo. Para alam natin, umaandar siya. Mamaya, pag mag-experiment tayo, bibili tayo ng makina, bibili tayo ng chassis, bibili tayo ng gulong sa iba-ibang mga supplier. Mamaya, pagka-integrate natin, sumablay. Sayang yung ating investment. Diyan yung maraming nagkakamali. And lastly, never attempt to play with solar installation.
Alright. Okay.
Never experiment. Sayang yung pera natin.
Right. And again, I think, engineer, no, as we wrap today's session, thank you very much for all the insights. And I think just to recap ang ating subject matter for today, for those of our viewers, no, you need to first check your foundation. Okay? Kaya po ba ng inyong current infrastructure to carry the load of the panels na in your mind you need? Number 2, you need to check po for the solar orientation. Okay? Hindi po porke malaki yung space nyo, automatic kaya nang maglagay at kaya nang mag-absorb. Ang solar orientation po daw, according to engineer, is the ability of your solar panels to absorb as much energy from the sun. So, importante po yung kanyang orientation and you need experts to help you determine that. The third one po is load efficiency. Okay? Ang ibig sabihin lang po ng load efficiency is for you to understand kung yung inyong current load sa bahay, kakayanin din pagka naglagay na kayo ng solar panel. Because again, in the Philippines, the most common practice in the urban setup would be a on-grid, right? Tama po ba, engineer? On-grid solution?
On-grid, yes ma'am. Net metering solution.
On-grid net metering solution, which means it will be in partnership with your local electric provider. Yun po. And I think ang last po na sinasuggest ni engineer, no, huwag po tayong bibili ng iba-ibang sources nang hindi po tayo nagkukonsulta sa systems integrator kasi baka mamaya hindi po compatible yung mga
Correct,
parts na purchase nyo. Hindi po mura ang solar panel, no? So yung sayang hard-earned money po natin needs to be spent and achieve yung inyong outcome, which is to have an efficient electricity, reduce spend on your Meralco bill or electric bill. In order to achieve po that, you need to consult experts para hindi masayang. And of course, lastly, sabi nga ni engineer, do not attempt to experiment. Okay? Aside po sa cost na masasayang, since you're dealing with something na electrical, no, it can create fire or it can cause fire, it can damage you, it can damage your property. So again, with that po, I'll turn you over back to engineer, no, Richard, for his parting words. But as we wrap, I just want to remind everyone, please be careful. Do not experiment, okay, to avoid unnecessary harm to you and to your property. Engineer, any last ideas and thoughts regarding our subject for today?
Yes ma'am. Fire safety month, keep safe everybody. And if you have any questions regarding solar panels, you can go to Buildeee and ask for our support. Be safe everybody.
Thank you, Engineer Richard. I really enjoyed talking to you the last couple of weeks. And again, to our audience, it's Fire Prevention Month. As we said, please do not experiment. Because when you experiment, kahit na in your mind, tapos na yung experiment, if you leave wires, live wires, unprotected and not properly kept, it might cause damage to your property. And that's what you want to avoid. So because it's Fire Prevention Month, please take extra precaution because now it's summer. Maraming appliances na naiiwang nakaplug. Mag-ingat po tayong lahat. And with that, we conclude today's episode of Buildeee. Marami pong salamat for tuning in. And we are excited to present to you the next topics of Buildeee for next coming weeks. Again, marami pong salamat, Engineer Richard. Marami pong salamat sa oras nyo today.
Thank you. God bless everybody.
All right. Thank you. Keep safe from COVID, everyone. Bye.